Coming up, we'll be offering a top 10 list of recommended streaming and cinema watches during November 2024. Before we start, here is a message from our sponsor, Hisense.
If you're looking to upgrade your home entertainment, Hisense's mini LED TVs are a game changer, offering incredible brightness, deeper blacks, and stunning contrast. Plus, the Hisense 65 and 55-inch U7N TVs just bagged a Which? Best Buy award. With Black Friday pricing, there's never been a better time to choose smarter and experience premium features at an amazing value. Check out Hisense's mini LED range and more at hisense.co.uk.
Thank you to Hisense for sponsoring the show. Please like and subscribe to feed the algorithm. So without further ado, let's have a look at some of the best titles the team have watched in November 2024. Top of the list, well, bottom of the list actually, because it got the 7 out of 10, but still worth a watch, is season 2 of Lioness, formerly known as Special Ops Lioness. This is the latest Taylor Sheridan construction to feed his Paramount ego, and it's Zoe Saldana and Nicole Kidman. They're both back. They're both back doing a better job, I think, than the first season. Saldana's taken the lead, at least so far, and I found the opening to the new season more interesting than the first season. Let's see if it coalesces into something decent. We're about 3 or 4 in. Then there's the Outrun.
I've seen exactly none of those.
You've seen it. Well, to be fair, and Paramount is like an acquired taste. Sheridan pretty much fuels all the content on Paramount. The Yellowstones, the Yellowstone spin-offs, Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown. He just does all of the stuff for Paramount. And
I watch The Family Stallone. Oh, that's all I watch on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Well, if you like your Sheridan stuff, it's the Sheridan version of like The Unit or any of the other Strike Force, whatever derivative military things, given his slightly different angle, which has a modicum of authenticity, and it works. I'm enjoying.
Fantastically helpful, Kaz. It's this TV show I've never seen is exactly like lots of other TV shows I've never seen.
It is, but in the sense that Sheridan has taken Yellowstone and he's given Paramount a version of, I don't know, Succession with Kevin Costner in the lead. He's taken Tulsa King and he's given Paramount a version of Sopranos with Stallone in the lead. That's all he's doing. So with Lioness, he's taken a version of The Unit and with Zoe Saldana in the lead. And if you're looking for another version of those shows that you used to like, it's not such a bad thing. He does a pretty good job with it. I wouldn't say it's must-see TV, but if you've watched all of the other versions, the Successions and the Billions, I can see why you'd watch Yellowstone. So
we're spending an awful lot of time talking about the bottom of our list, Kaz.
I know. We're never going to get to the top. Okay, the Outrun. It's Saoirse, and she's given the opportunity to do the performance of her career as a young alcoholic, based on some true memoirs. I slapped an 8 out of 10 on that. It's not an easy ride. The Diplomat, also an 8 out of 10, returned for a second season. It's only 6 episodes, which is my only criticism, because you're just left wanting more, but they've greenlit it for a third.
It worked for its run, though. It's very good for its run.
It is.
Didn't need more than 6 episodes. I agree that it felt short, but you wouldn't have wanted to pad that out any more than it was.
For all the complaints that Netflix do like 10 episodes, you're absolutely right. It's nice that they did 6 and left you wanting more. It's just waiting, because I think it was like 3 years to get to the second season, and there was a hell of a cliffhanger at the end of season 1. And there's a hell of a cliffhanger at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
If it helps, Mark, that's Netflix's answer to The West Wing. So we're going to do lots of answers too for this one.
I've seen The West Wing.
My God.
Silo. Silo's returned. Season 2 of Silo. I enjoy Silo. Lots of people complaining about the slow burn. More of the slow burn here. It's it doesn't give you the answers you're looking for that you waited the whole of the first season for. It just gives you more questions. But it's clearly in it for the long haul, and I'm on board with it. It's well crafted, hard sci-fi. I'm okay with that. Um, Day of the
Yeah.
Jackal was a surprise for me. Sky doing something right, probably because they brought it in, but it's a adaptation of the novel, and I guess in turn inspired by much of what happens in the original um, film, the classic. They do okay with it, turning it long form, spinning it out into 10 episodes. Yeah, Eddie
10.
Redmayne in the lead. It's
10.
yeah, 10 episodes, and it works. I'm
Oh God, I'm
just
bored after 4.
just over halfway through. They've
You've not even put it on.
given them
I
some decent characters. Really, really trust me, I'm surprised about just how much good I have to say about Sky alone in this list. And I've just started June. Um, Gladiator 2, which you're going to tell me was better than you expected.
Better than all expectations, to be fair. Let's be honest. We saw the trailer. Aside from Ridley Scott's dodgy ear, we know his eye is still there.
I didn't see the
Yeah,
trailer.
you didn't say well, you're strange. Everyone else saw the
I'm not
trailer,
watching
Kaz.
that or Dead
It
Reckoning or any other trailers ever.
it's the action was a no-brainer. Yes, it's a little bit more preposterous this time around with strange dog alien space baboons and sharks. Who knew?
Cool.
But the action is fine. I think what really surprised me certainly was the script. The first half, it went exactly as you expected it to be. More power plays, more homages to the first film. But actually, where the script goes in the second half is actually really interesting, helped by a powerhouse Denzel Washington, who's having an absolute blast. Mescal does okay. He's got half the charisma that Russell Crowe has, but he seethes. Where Russell Crowe brooded, he seethes, and he does good seethe. So yeah, it's after an initial flurry of forumites saying it was much better than expected, some more slightly alternative views, shall we say, have crept in. It's proving a little bit divisive. I think this, in all honesty, is going to be all about your expectations and what you want from it and what you bring to it. I went in thinking it was going to be absolutely terrible and actually came out having a really good time with it. So, yeah, very pleasantly surprised by this one.
Nice. I am looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be one of the last big event movies of the year. Um, Arcane, League of Legends, the final season, second and final season. It's got to be a contender for one of the greatest animations out there. I am reserving judgment on that until I've finished it, until it's finished its run, because I do love Blue Eye Samurai. But Netflix have certainly got a winner with this, told with heart. It's intense, it's superbly drawn, and it's fabulously realized. The visual world they brought to life here is tremendous. We're 6 episodes in now. They're releasing it in three episode segments, and it's easily a 9 out of 10. And I can't see why this isn't going to land a 10 out of 10 when it comes to its pretty powerful ending. I mean, they must be building something for the creators to go. This is all one and done. Well, two and done, but one and done with the final season. But I'm looking forward to it.
It
And
was really interesting actually when it first started up. Second season of the series, I put it on a couple of days ago because I wanted to wait for not just the first three. And I was sitting there going, this is okay, but it's not as good, but it's not as good. And then suddenly it turns a screw and you think, oh, bloody hell. And it turns it again, you go, oh, bloody hell. And then you get to where it is now and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, this is as good.
it really is,
It's
yeah.
amazing stuff.
Yeah, I think I remember that from the first season. There's like something happens in episode 3 that makes you go, wow, I'm gonna have to watch all of these right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm
It's
ridiculous. I should have started watching the first season again to prepare for it because that 4 minute recap at the beginning is not enough
it's not
to
enough.
it's not enough to remind you just how powerful and how fantastic that show really is.
Yeah, it is. Another great show that I didn't expect was The Penguin. I did expect a lot from it because I think that in The Penguin, Colin Farrell's character sorry, in the Batman, Colin Farrell's character was great. A real unrecognizable, superb role for him to bite his teeth down into. But I never thought that a TV show would quite make the most of it. But it's a great little crime show, equal parts Batman universe and Sopranos, and he's a fabulously tragic character, really superbly played by Farrell. I mean, that guy's that guy's in the real high point of his career. Yeah, I loved it. I think Sky have got a succession of winners at the moment, and I know they're not really Sky originals, but the fact that they've got them and they're unleashing them in the UK certainly gives you a reason to get that free trial. But the top choice, Mark looked at 10 out of 10 for Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
Over to you, James Gunn. Out of the ashes of the DCEU rises our number 1 and number 2 this month. Look, you only have to go online. And I know you have watched the trailer for this, Kaz, haven't you?
No.
Oh, right. You need to watch the trailer for this for your own health because it will tell you whether or not you will survive 100 minutes of it. This is one of the most powerfully affecting emotional watches I have ever seen, quite frankly. Now, Christopher Reeve was my Superman. He always was. He always will be the only Superman. And I remember his accident. I remember how devastated I was by it. I was always convinced that he would just one day get up out of that chair. You know, maybe not fly, but he'd walk again. And then, of course, he didn't. And this documentary just, I mean, it not only brought home the tragedy of it, but it actually did something really powerful with it. It brought home the fact that whereas we all thought Christopher Reeve died after he fell off that horse, this actually showed that that was his rebirth. And some of the, I mean, I'm getting all emotional just even talking about it, honestly. Told through his 3 kids, narrating hours and hours of really intense, evocative home movies. The documentary does a really good job. It starts with the accident, none of this building to it. We all know it's going to come, so it's front and center happens in the first 5 minutes, and then the timeline fractures, and it follows both his career rise to getting Superman, and then it follows his rise to recovery after the accident. But oh Lord, I was an absolute mess at the end of this. It hit me in the gut so many times. The story of Christopher Reeve, of Dana Reeve, of the 3 kids. It was just you think you know it. You think you know the beats of it. But this actually places you in that life. It places you in that family going through that. And good grief, it was just heart-wrenching. I can't say enough good things about it. An easy 10 out of 10. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Now, it might be that I am inbuilt to this because, you know, I love everything Chris through. Hell, I even love Superman 4. There you go. That shows how much of a Chris Reeves stan I am. So I'm obviously predisposed to love this, but my word, anyone who's even watched any of the Christopher Reeve films, you have to watch this. But my word, be prepared. You're going to need a stiff drink and a lie down at the end of it.
What's it on?
At this moment in time, it's on US VOD platforms. I have a feeling it's going to come to Amazon soonish. But yeah, you can go rent and buy on US iTunes. That's what I did.
Cool.
Nice. Very nice. That wraps up our look at this month's best titles.